It's Words and Music with Eddie 9-Volt for WMOT Roots Radio. Jessie Scott at the Riverside Revival Studio.
So glad to be back and seeing you guys. It's been a minute, and every time I see you guys, it's like family. And it's always good to come back and see you guys. So thank y'all for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh, totally. Our pleasure.
Oh,
and our origin story was at 30A a couple of years ago, trying to track you down.
I know. It was crazy. I think the one time we did the session there, I was like, I'll be honest, it was the first time we were meeting you guys, and I think I was maybe a little hungover that morning. And I said, how far do we got to go? How far? And we literally typed in the directions. We literally walked across the street. I was like, oh, that's easy. And that was the start of a great friendship, and we appreciate you guys.
So love it. And you've got a brand new record.
We do.
Which we're always excited to get a new album from you.
I'm excited to ever get a new one done, because you never know when your last record's going to be. I hope never, but that didn't mean to get dark. But
well, it's just it's it's like the process of you're always becoming. There's writing for the next one while you're touring on the last one, and when the drop date is, and I love how busy you are touring for the foreseeable future.
I know, it's crazy. I'm very lucky to have a great team like Baron with Crossover Touring and 7S, Alex Brawl, Philip. It's great. Every record we do, I try to make it sound a little different. The first record, I try to go back chronologically. A lot of my favorite, artists, like Van Morrison, take for example. Like in '65, he had a blues album, and then '68 and '71, he kind of had a folk kind of thing, and then that's kind of the way I did it with structured my albums. Like, I had the blues thing, had this R&B like Muscle Shoals, Capricorn sound, and then this last record, I think I listened to Stephen Stills a little too much. Which is not a bad thing.
Well, I also feel the soul in this one too, a little bit more.
Thank you.
So,
where I'm getting older, I'm starting to experience more things. So I feel like I'm probably getting a little more soul in me.
Well, and I love that it's cyclical. Because at the end of the day, you should be able to make whatever feels right to you for that.
I know we're almost on the metal record. Okay.
You and Billy Strings.
I know, man. I know. No metal record. Me and my brother, the bass player, we used to be in a metal band, and I think the most money we ever made was $6 for the whole band. So that's kind of why we started doing covers, and it started with like 50s covers, and I would wear Florsheim shoes and all that stuff. And then, I got a little older, so I couldn't. I was that 14-year-old kid with the suit and tie, and then I think someone called me out on it. I was like, oh Lord! So now I dress like a hippie,
It's all good, and your hair's grown.
It has. I was meant to get a haircut before I came on the road, but I didn't have time. I just didn't have time.
And I love the tip shirt.
Tipatina, shout out to Galactic. I love Galactic.
Oh,
we're actually we were actually playing. We're doing 2 nights there with them coming up, I think, at Galactic, because for those that don't know, Galactic bought Tipatinas, and they're keeping the tradition alive. I don't think anybody better could own it,
That's way cool.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, it leads me into you in New Orleans. Just, that's got to feel so...
Right.
Totally.
It feels so right. And, I love New Orleans. I want to live there one day, and it's so beautiful. It's kind of like, you have those cities like Charleston, Savannah, and New Orleans. There's just no city. It's got to me, in my opinion, and I know Nashville, y'all are going to kill me, I think New Orleans has some of the best musicians in the world.
Oh, indeed.
Something in that gumbo down there. Something crazy.
Oh, totally. And the food. Oh, my gosh.
And the food.
Where do we start?
Shout out to Superior Seafood down there. We were there was like a 3-hour wait. And we get up there, and we're like, yeah, well, we just played the festival down the street. And they go, oh, you're musicians? So they made us cut the line, and they sat us right down. That's New Orleans. They always take care of the musicians.
I love that so much. You take us on travel all over the place, I have to say, between Capricorn and Saratoga. Does that factor in? I mean, when you're writing, do you synthesize the town and?
Yeah, well, Saratoga is a spitting image of that. That's a great question. When we were doing that this last record, it was we were all over the road. We were originally supposed to do it in Denver with Pat Meese, who's with the Nathaniel Rateliff Band. He's the drummer, great guy, love him. And we had to hit the road. We didn't have time to finish it. And so that was really the first time I ever really took a notebook and wrote in the van and was just looking at stuff down the road. A burning car. I'll write about that. It was crazy, and we we were in Saratoga, Wyoming, and I was on an Airbnb, kind of like, who knows, we're going to Airbnb today in Missouri. There might be another song in this. But we were just sitting at the Airbnb. Everybody was chilling out. We were cooking for everybody, and yeah, it just came up, that little riff, and that kind of sealed the whole, like, okay, we're kind of going Americana with this, and because I like to stick to themes a little bit.
And I love that, even sequentially as the albums have changed, the essence of you is still so strong.
Well, thank you.
That it's seamless for us to,
well, thank you. I appreciate
I think they're all Americana.
Well, a lot of people in Rolling Stone, they really nailed it on the head. They're like a joyous American sound, which I'm like, you know what? Hey, I'll take it.
Totally. What are you going to play for us first?
First song we're going to play is one of the first songs I wrote for the record. It's called Hey Low. And it's a real funky thing. I was really into listening to like 71 Stevie Wonder and like a lot of those big horn sections and stuff like that. And so don't have the horn ensemble today, but we get it done just fine. What's up, everybody? My name is Eddie 9V. We have my tried and true friend, keyboard player Chad Mason, my brother Lane Kelly on bass, David Green on drums. We're gonna play a little song called Hey Low for WMOT. Let's do it. Guess it always come back to me. Sign the paper, but I don't agree. No. And jealousy, you taste it. Barefoot on the pavement. Wonder where my friends, 'cause you're too high with your halo. You will find another lover, yes I know. You're too high, baby. Guess it always come back to me. You sign a paper, but I don't agree. No, no, no. And don't you think it's crazy how we do the same thing all over again? You're too high with the halo. You will find another lover, yes I know. You're too high, baby. Right now, we like to do a song that's picking up some steam on all the radio because we got to support our local radio station. This one is called Love Moves Slow, y'all. it funny how life just moves so fast? But love, our love moves so slow. We wrote this song, Saratoga, in Saratoga, Wyoming, in an Airbnb, and it was fun. We went to some hot springs and fed mule deer carrots that night. It was real fun, and I hope to be back very soon. Saratoga, all right.
Lord.
Eddie 9-Volt in the studio with us, making a joyous noise here at the Riverside Revival Studio for Words and Music for WMOT. Saratoga.
Hey.
Love that.
Thank you so much.
Of course, initially I thought it was Saratoga, New York.
Everyone thinks that. Everyone thinks that. And it's, look up Saratoga, Wyoming. I'm trying to bring as much business to that town as I can. And it's a little tiny town out there, and it's a beautiful town though, man.
It's so great to be able to travel the country and find these beautiful little, vibey places.
So many places.
So many places.
So many places that no one really knows about, that when you go there, you're just like, how have I never heard about this place,
Well, I also think you do that with musicians, that when we start talking about who you were paying attention to, there's so much reverence for, what came before. And whether it's somebody like Muddy Waters or the blues rockers of the 60s into the 70s, American ones and British ones, and also people like Sean Costello.
Hey.
I just, people need to know more about him.
People need to look up Sean Costello. Fun fact, my keyboard player, Chad Mason, who's over here, he used to play with Sean back in the Northside Tavern days. And I mean, Sean Costello was the first guitar player that I ever fell in love with, almost to a weird amount. Excuse me. And it was really unfortunate. I was just following all this stuff, and I was like, okay, well, I need to go see this guy. And I read the comment that says R.I.P. And I found out that he died when he was literally my age now. And it's crazy. I wish I would have brought my other guitar in. I have his old Strap. A buddy of mine gave his Strap. And which, I'm going off on a tangent here, but Sean, if you don't know, was in a relationship with Susan Tedeschi way back in the day. And I believe if you go and watch Susan Tedeschi at Farm Aid, I believe it's the same Strap that I have. So I think I got a really powerful Strap. So I need to wear it all the time. But no, going back to it, Sean is amazing. He had a soul. I love turning people on to him because people are just like, I've never heard this guy, and he's one of the best singers. He plays like Otis Russ, and he sings like Ray Charles and meets the devil. It's crazy.
Otis Rush.
Oh yeah, Otis Rush. I love Otis Rush. I love Magic Sam. I go way back when it goes to the blues guitar players because that's how I started out. And I get into the piano players like Otis Spann, Memphis Slim. I really love all that stuff. And then the harp players, James Cotton. And there's a great record that just came out with Junior Wells and Buddy Guy live from Newport '68. You should check it out.
So cool. So how did you find this vein of music to begin with?
Well, YouTube was a great way. I was watching the Beatles' Your Blues, which was the Rolling Stones rockin' circus. And then I saw this video on the side that said Howlin' Wolf. It was in black and white, and I just had to click on it. And it was just like everything was distorted and it was raw. And I mean, Howlin' Wolf could, he didn't even need a mic most shows. And it was just crazy. And I just went down the rabbit hole. And apps like Spotify, which I don't really like to promote because they're kind of evil in a way. But they have shown me a lot of unreal blues albums that I never ever would have heard of, because that's what I try to do. And YouTube too, I try to go and just find the algorithm gets, when the algorithm is good, most of the time it didn't, but it shows you this unbelievable stuff you'd never ever heard of, because there's people that are out there that love it and they're posting it themselves. So
totally. How old were you when you started this?
The music?
Yeah.
Music in general. I mean, I was probably 10, 11 when I was on drums, and I was in 6th grade. I was a metal drummer. I used to have 70 cymbals and everything, and then I started doing CCR covers, and I was singing, and I've realized I love playing in front of people and watching them smile, and then I was in an indie band for a little bit, and we toured a lot. We went out on the road. I mean, I went on my first big tour when I was 18, I think, and played the Troubadour, played Brighton Music Hall in Boston, and yeah, it's just been crazy, and I like making people smile. That's all I like to do, I'm an entertainer. People always ask me, "What are you?" I say, "I'm an entertainer."
I love that. You're getting ready to do a whole bunch of touring, and it's really cool the people who will populate the stage with you also. Little Feat. It's so perfect.
Man, Little Feat is amazing. I love Sue Foley. We've shared stage with Ruthie Foster. Love Ruthie. I think she just got a Grammy.
She won last night. Of course, we're taping this for delay broadcast.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. No, it's all good.
But no, Yeah, we're doing a bill in New Orleans with like I can't wait to finally see Zach Top play. I've been watching his rise. I mean, he's a megastar now. Yeah, we're just lucky to be playing, and like I said, we're just in this galaxy, and we're just trying to just play wherever we can, because like I said, you only live once, and I don't want to look back in my life and say, man, I could have. I'm
Totally.
Here now.
Live it every day.
Exactly.
That's kind of the motto. So who did you bring with you to play for the set today for us?
So I have my band, my road band, my full band. We used to travel with horns, background vocals, which sounds great, but at our level where we're kind of DIY and everything, it can get kind of tricky on the road, getting hotels and everything. We share hotel rooms, stuff like that. We're still grueling it out on the road. That's why we're excited today. We're getting an Airbnb. It's going to be a nice night. But we have Chad.
Laundry.
Exactly. We have Chad Mason, my keyboard player, who used to play with Sean Costello, Mudcat, who's a legendary musician in Atlanta. My brother Lane Kelly on bass, and then David Green from Gadsden, Alabama.
So great. Well, we thank you so much for coming by and hanging out with us.
Thank you guys so much. I love WMOT, and anytime you guys need me, I'll be there.
We love you, Eddie Ninefold. Thanks for coming, and hope you come back soon.
I do. Well, I can't say it yet, but I will be in Nashville a good bit doing a new record. So
Awesome.
So,
okay, well, we'll hook up.
That'll be the next time.
I don't mean it.
I know what you mean.
So great to have Eddie Ninefold in the studio with us. Riverside Revival for Words and Music for WMOT. I'm Jessie Scott.